Okay, so let's now try to talk about Boolean variables. Booleans are very important for computers, and when we are specifying things to do, we use them all the time. We just don't think of them in this particular way. A Boolean is just a type of variable or a type of value, right, where the only values are true and false. We tend to use it all the time. We say it is raining right now, right? That's a statement, and you can evaluate it as true or false. It's either raining right now or it's not, right? We tend to use them all the time, but in programming, we see them as just a value having an operator, right? We can declare Boolean variables, and they have a value. So I can do Boolean b1 equals true. And so when I print b1, I get true. Maybe. Oops. What happened to this thing? When I leave it alone for a while, it just forgets about all this stuff. And I can do Boolean b2 equals false. Now, what are the operators that we have with Booleans? We have not, which is a bang. So not false is going to give me true, and not true is going to give me false. And so not b1, given that b1 is true, not b1 is going to give me false, right? So I could use those things. I also have and, which is 2 ampersands. So true and true is going to be true, and true and false, or false, true and false is going to be false, and false and true is also going to be false, and false is also going to be false. So both of them have to be true. We also have or, true or false, and as long as one of them is true, we are going to get true. And in programming, true, as in math, true and true is true. In English, we have kind of the practicality. When somebody tells you you want this or that, there is kind of an implication that not both, but that's not true, right? If you ask a kid, what do you want, cake or ice cream, you know what the answer is going to be. It's going to be both, right? Actually, I'm an adult and I also answer that way. So in programming, that is how you write it. And so you can combine this and use parentheses. So b1 and b2, say b1 or b2 and not b1. So that would be a dumb way of writing b2, right? So we can combine those things and use parentheses. Those are our operators. Although it's not terribly important for us in most of our programs, Java optimizes, and so does short-circuiting. When you have an AND operator, if the first operand is false, it doesn't even look at the second one. You know that the whole thing is going to be false. And the same if you have an OR, if the first thing is true, it doesn't look at the second thing. It knows that the other side is always, the result is going to be false. So it doesn't even evaluate it. We also have the comparison operators. Equal asks whether something is equal, whether two things are equal. Notice it's similar but not the same to the assignment operator, which is only one equal. Not equal, bang equal, we have less than, greater than, and then greater than or equal and less than or equal. So we can write int a equals 5, int b equals 6, and then we can do b1 equals a is greater than b. Is that going to be true or false? It's false because a is 5, b is 6, so it's not greater. Maybe something like less than or equal to b, and then now we're going to get true, and that is a value that we put on b1, which is a Boolean variable. again, you can combine. So if I want to check whether a is between, say, 10 and 20, I would do a greater than or equal to 10 and a less than or equal to 20. In this case, it's false because a is 5, right? So it's not between 10 and 20. There's more examples on the notes and a couple of exercises for you to test your understanding. And that gives us the idea of Booleans. We will be using Booleans all over throughout this class, so it is important that you understand them and practice. When you have 5 minutes in your life, go to Java REPL, play with those things, play with ands and ors, declare variables, see how those things work. The more you practice, the better you will be.